The River Leven was once one of the most industrialised used rivers in Scotland, and there were about 40 weirs along this section of the river. So these structures are now redundant, they're historic, they have no use whatsoever, and they're left in our rivers. And what they're doing is they're creating almost like a brick wall to migratory fish. So fish are entering the river, want to go up to habitats to spawn and can't get past. SEPA's role in this project is really I would say the instigator really of this project. I mean, we were driven by the River Basin Management Plan in Scotland and also by the Scottish Wild Salmon Strategy. So we've got real drivers, real legislative drivers for change in rivers.
The objectives of the project were to improve fish passage through this section of the river, try and help fish to move more easily upstream and downstream through this section of the site, particularly past the two large dams on this section of the site. We also wanted to try and reconnect the river to the floodplain as much as we could, try and improve those floodplain areas for the local wildlife, and together I think we've been able to come up with some really fantastic designs.
The project here combined three main work sites. The most upstream of the work sites was where we constructed the rock ramp, that's at the Kirkland Dam, and it's also where we constructed a number of wetland scrapes which were constructed on the floodplain, were designed to be seasonally wet. The second area of work was a little further downstream. That was the complete removal of the Burn Mill Dam, and basically that involved going in, stripping the dam down in layers and reusing all of the stone that the dam was constructed with. The third section of the works was the creation of a riparian edge along the side of the river where there is a vertical brick and concrete wall, which is part of the industrial past of the area. We used three products. We used rock mattresses, rock rolls and pre-planted coir to create a green edge basically, which will improve both the biodiversity of the river in that section and also improve its appearance as well.
The rock ramp at the Leven was the preferred option for the Kirkland Dam site. That was because we couldn't remove the weir as much as we wanted to. There is a big utilities pipeline runs under the back of the weir, and unfortunately that just couldn't be removed. The nature-like rock ramp for us was the next best solution. It really sort of mimics the natural conditions within a river channel, really helps to support fish passage, and that's really the reason why we ended up with that design. The rock ramp's constructed with a sort of base structure formed with really large stones to keep the structure in place, and we build everything on top of that, and we use this sort of system of spurs and pools that just mimics the sort of natural sort of small pools that fish would get to rest in on their way migrating up through a river system.
We've been really pleased with the contractors. They kept everything to time, which is a big thing when you've got to work within the summer window. So we've got to be out the river by the end of September so we don't affect the fish. A big thing about this project is our net zero ambitions, and we really want to think about our carbon in everything we've designed. We've designed out concrete and we've really thought about our carbon footprint. And the contractor brought more to it than we thought about. So they sourced the rock from the rock ramp within an 8-mile radius of the site. They looked for opportunities for reusing on the site as well. Network Rail had a byproduct of some cobbles, and McGowan's took that, washed it, infilled the boulders on the rock ramp at zero cost, zero carbon footprint to the project. They brought down solar panels for the security and for the lighting. So they really got on board and they brought more to the project for net zero.
We hope to see a lot more fish moving up through the system, particularly salmon and trout. We've already had reports that from the local angling club that suggest that there are greater numbers of sea trout upstream of the site, and that was almost immediately after the works to the weirs were complete, so that's a fantastic result.
We were absolutely delighted that the First Minister came to visit this project just as it was coming to a completion. They came and visited the rock ramp here at Kirkland, and we were able through that process to again emphasise the the level and quality of collaboration that was achieved, which all led to the successful delivery of this project.